I have a couple more things to go through, I guess. I do think two 30-inch tables are going to work here. I'm just going to give you a little view of up here because you can imagine yourself. So Aunt Linda is where the back of her heels is where that light is standing at attention. I don't think we'll put any lights on the waterfalls. We'll just have the waterfalls going, although we might have to turn them off because it might interfere with the volume of the video. We usually have a waterfall going there. I meant to tell you this yesterday. We have to turn that off and a few of the other water. I mean, that's a trickle there. All of this trickle goes on your video and it might muffle things. But I'm still hoping to have that waterfall going because it's beautiful. Some of our plants that we have to get rid of on the floor, and there's a lot of them because every time I look at a plant, I go, that can't stay there. We have some space that we can put it in here, and we plan to. I didn't plant anything here this year so that we, a few plant pots can fit in there. It'll work. Here's my Russian kale flowering. Anyhow, whatever. I'm not sure what we get to keep here and what we have to get rid of. I think that's pretty tropical. There's a nice picture, right? Like, just stand in front of that. That's, wow. I don't think the pink azalea will be there then. Maybe we'll have to put some roses there at the point. These plants here can all be roses in waiting. The white planters, or maybe they go back here and line that, because that'll be in your wedding pictures and it'll be lovely. So for this ceremony, I think there's going to be a table right around here, a 30-inch table. You can picture that. There doesn't have to be, well, maybe one chair so that you can take pictures sitting. Actually, yes, we need one chair. So the chair goes around here, the table goes where that big fern is, and the feathered pen and your license book, whatever. So that's all gonna work. And this maple tree, I realize it's a pain in the butt, but I promise I will trim it as best I can without hurting the tree. And a lot of that stuff can be all trimmed back and whatever. We can work on that. And I guess you can imagine a bunch of chairs over there. So the maple tree that's in the way, take 12 inches away, you'll be able to see more. It looks like 5 across for chairs. We'll see. So I was interested in what Davina was saying, that she wants Joy there with her. She's got to fluff her dress and her veil and make sure, Caden and Bella are behaving. And so if she's done all that, when does Joy get into the room? Typically, the maid of honor would come right before the bride with a bouquet. So we have this question of, is she your maid of honor? And if she isn't, how do we get her into the room seated, I guess, beside me or beside Lori or beside Gary or Bella or, or obviously Kelly, but maybe in the second row. But when does she get here? If she's looking after you, Davina, you're the last one in. So typically she would come just before you and be your maid of honor. And we have a bouquet. And anyhow, I'm just bringing up the point that you just need to figure that out. That's all. So now we're back at the front here. There's your backdrop. We could put a longer rectangular table and you'd have Greg on one side, Joy on the other, and the two of you there, which makes Colleen join Lori and I, maybe. Or she joins I guess she could go back with Gary and stuff. I think she's comfortable with Lori and I and Gary. And then Kelly would be on his own up there. Maybe he has Mary Lou then, because they don't. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud here, which is probably what you hate most about me, Bradley, but I'm sorry. So I made chalk marks here to push the tables over. Push that table over more. So if we had Greg and Joy at your wedding table here, so your table was longer, maybe they're on the sides, then we only needed, well, that would be 4 people. 6, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then the extra table here sort of in front of the door and or at the garden. Ugh. I'll leave it there.